Record this. Thank you. Yeah. Hey guys. Yeah, my name is Atul, and I'm just gonna like demonstrate my app called Absolute Cinema, which is an app that designed for the Google Live Agent Challenge. Here we go. Let me just show. Where's the entire screen? Hmm. Share this thing out. Okay, good. Here we go. All right. So, what does Absolute Cinema do in this case is like Absolute Cinema is an app that transforms your story into a cinematic comic book because it was inspired in such a way that the human mind is something like thinks a lot, and so you would love to get your ideas into like intact over here. So it's multimodal in nature. You can type your ideas and also you can speak your ideas. And then like over here, I've actually spoken a prompt over here, which says Japan is turning its footsteps into electricity. This was the initial prompt which I actually like recorded. And now I just edited the transcript to like, just give it a bit of a context. Because we give the context over here. And like through Google Cloud, you're calling Vertex AI in such a way that the Gemini 2.5 flash image is like activated. And then you can use your genre. I've chosen sci-fi and I've chosen anime because like Japanese anime, the correlation is there, right? So now I've given 5 pages of a comic, five-page comic. So let's just see like how the comic is right now. So now, uh, okay, so it's like Footsteps Electric, so like a revolutionary sci-fi saga. So this is one thing that's happening there. So let's check it out. Now, now, what exactly I did was like, since I chose anime, here the comic books are generated in such a way that each and every time a page is generated, before the page gets generated, three panels get generated, and using Pillow, I integrate the three panels together and make it one page. So here it's about like Professor Arisawa. Here the yellow sentences are the narration, and the white ones are the dialogues. So here it's about Professor Arisawa. Here you can see the professor over here, and like it's a very inspirational story about how a guy turns footsteps into electricity using piezoelectric crystals. So over here, like, what exactly had to be done is like I always like design it in such a way that I prompt it in such a way that first it generates a narration and a dialogue so that like narration and dialogue is generated properly, and then after that, using Gemini 2.5 Flash, I generate the images based upon the genre and everything as it is. Here, since it's like a sci-fi and it's in this anime, it's generated an anime over here. So like everything is anime. So now here, like, exhausting blurred his vision. I just saw my display adjustment his latest prototype and like just one more impossible. How could I overlook this for so long? And then he gets a breakthrough. So yeah, so this is the thing over here, and like this page number three, how like his successes glow like wildfire. It's pretty interesting, like you're like taking a meme, like Japan is turning its footsteps to electricity. That meme is making a story out of it. So, so that's what exactly has happened over here, uh, the advantage of this thing is like you can get your thoughts up and running as an app, as like your own thoughts. You can just get up and running, and it's just like super cool to do that. The only disadvantage is like sometimes you keep on calling Gemini generate images. Sometimes the panels might be empty and you can't see any images. And sometimes like there will be rate limit errors because like you keep on calling Gemini once upon a time and things like that. I have resolved it using session IDs and everything as it is. So if so these are the side disadvantages, and sometimes like there might be a small overlap in like the dialogues, but nevertheless it's doing a really good job. You can generate a comic over here and have fun playing with it, and like also generating your own comics. The crystal Diamond is off again. It's getting okay. So now, now at the end, Professor Arisawa gets like a Nobel Prize, and like he gets like the Eureka and everything as it is. So as we've noticed is like over here we've used Google Cloud to like call everything and get everything done. Like we call Gemini 2.5 2.5 Flash image to like generate the images, as well as Vertex AI to like generate the dialogues, as well as the as well as the narration. And so how it is generated in such a way is like, each and every time a dialogue is being generated or a narration is being generated, there'll be a thing called story in context, and each and every time it's generated, it's apparent to the story in context, and so it takes a story in context and actually generates next uh, the next dialogue, the next narration. So in such a way, it's like super streamlined, and using Gemini 2.5 Flash image is an amazing thing to be done, and it gives a really good performance. So now, since I didn't have enough time to show you how the thing is generated, uh, like now I'll speak one thing. Let's say like Bruno Fernandes wins a trophy for Manchester United. Now I stop this thing over here. Yeah, I was like Sabira. So now you can edit the entire prompt and you can use the same genre and like the visual style number of pages. You can adjust it, and then like once it's done, you can get your comic book done. So yeah, for more details, contact me. My LinkedIn. I post my LinkedIn and my like my email or my website and below. You can check out more of it. And like, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.